Guys, this is your weekly forecast for all the signs for June the 22nd, the week of. If you'd like a private reading with me or hypnosis to facilitate permanent change, do use the link below. So this week it looks like your career, your finances, your study. This week it looks like we are getting back on track, that there has been a change, a transition, a transformation, and we're stepping back or stepping forward on a new path, on a refresh path. Now, all of this week, I feel like there's regeneration, there's renegotiation, there's rehashing things. There is a surge when it comes to the employment and the finances, not just in your own life, but in the world in general. So this week, it looks like we are cutting back any unhealthy spending. We're looking at our budgets. Now, for some of you, there might be cutbacks or job loss due to not being able to afford it, or new regulations or new changes when it comes to the employment, your career and where you are employed. It also looks like that there is a struggle here with the idea of an ending and having to start the search again, or starting on a new trend or a new direction. And this is something that you're going to look at this week. Now, the Death card, Major Arcana card, we are, this is the Death here, and we are stepping over the old king, and there are children here, the next generation, and there's an official over here with the sun starting to come back through that decision. So this is the fundamental versus the, the fundamental, the traditional versus the ambition and the surge forward. So there is sunlight coming up from that. We are experiencing that highlight, but something here has to go. And something here, so for some of you, the company has lost its leader and a new guy's coming in, and through that transition period, we don't know if we've got a job, we don't know what our role's going to be, we don't know if we're going to have the same hours, we don't know what this is going to look like yet. Don't forget, we just had an eclipse, so things might have come up rather abruptly, suddenly, overwhelmingly, emotionally, and seeing something in ourselves that we don't normally do. So maybe we've acted out in a certain manner which we haven't done before, or someone close to you has, or someone in your vicinity has. And this is coming from this overwhelming Cancer eclipse that we've just had. And it's at 0. So again, we're starting, as the Death card, we're starting again, we're starting new. But all the rewords going with Mercury retrograde, this is what we're focused on. Between now and, I would say, the 11th of July, things are going to be trudging really fastly, and then there's a pause, and then there's a bit of a couple of steps back, and then we're moving forward. Don't forget the next eclipse on July the 5th. So now we're going into our home. We do have the Page of Wands. Some of us are looking at changing the dynamics of the family, beautifying the family. You might find that one of the younger people, or more radical, is going to be, coming up with ideas and saying things, and some of it actually might strike home and make a change in your own way of thinking and perspective as well. You might also have someone that you meet in passing, or someone that you haven't seen for a while, or someone who comes to visit your front doorstep or come and stay, where something that they say resonates with you, and that you brings up an idea that you hadn't thought of before, or even connected those dots. In far as your family is concerned, you might find that, we're with this card and this card together, we've got a new budget. We are looking at what our future looks like. We're broadening our horizon, we're broadening our goals, and we're on leg 1 on the different stage to get where we want to be. And whether this is an expanding waistline due to pregnancy, or 2 families combined, so we need a bigger place, but we're looking at what the size of our property, our home, our roots, our family looks like. And there is a widening there, and we are on the first step, and there is risk and radical ideas which really spur this on. When we come to our health, we have the 2 of Pentacles here. This is karma. See the karma on here. Now, we do get news coming in quite quickly, right up until the, say, 23rd, 24th, because this is the eclipse here. And it's about a major change to do with our health. There's an imbalance here. It could be with fluid. and that the news that we're getting is informing us not only of now, but of something further on in the future. And this is all laying in the balance. So if we're looking at an operation, we've got an appointment, we know we're discussing a procedure of some sorts, and so we go to this appointment, they have the conversation, they look at things again, and then they say, look, it will probably be on this time. So there's a step before the next. Also, when we're coming in for results, we might get our results and discuss those results and say something's out of balance. So we're going to need to see you again on this date. So something about now and a date in the future. Now, the second house is our teeth. Throat, ears, lower lip, jaw, base of brain, cerebellum, cervical, spine, and neck. Also the thyroid. So in this area, there is an imbalance. We're deciding, and there is light being shone on that, on this first step, which is going to bring us on. So information is there to bring us on to the next. That conversation has to be had. In our love, we do have the Lovers card. So, I mean, I won't be surprised if a bunch of you at the end of last week, coming into this week, there's been some sort of a conflict within your love, whether this be a conflict on what our future is going to look like. Some of us, it's about our financial dependence on our other. You know, if we are going to have a separation, if we are thinking about leaving, are we financially going to be okay on our own, or we have left and we'll be financially okay on our own, or that we together are starting a new financial journey. So again, like I said, if we're joining families, something here is changing. When it comes to this conflict that we have, something inside us, it's a conflict of worth and value and our place in this relationship. So whether this is new or this is a relationship over a couple of years, this is about looking at that conflict within. There's two of us fighting to get attention within ourselves, and we're looking at what we put up with, what kind of partner we choose, how we feel within our own sexual acquisitions, and my worth, insecurities, what do I settle for, why can't someone see my worth, all these different things. So that's one part. Now for others, this might be, okay, well, we've come to a milestone and it'll have to either go up another level, things cannot stay the same, and I'm deciding, or they're deciding, and there's a difficulty here, a conflict here, an imbalance here, whether this be an insecurity or a unable to commit, a commitment phobe, whatever there is there, we're looking at this about the next step, and we're deciding together. This is a Lovers card. So on a positive note, meeting someone who we connect with on a sexual but also emotional, intellectual level. This is a lovely time to find out things about the other in your life, a conversation. Maybe that spurs on this broadening. We want more, we hear more, we build more on that situation. So our Doreen Virtue messages from the angels this week. Okay, so empathy and compassion to those less fortunate to us, those that need more love at this time, but also, if you have a younger person around you, they may need more attention. Keep your eyes open about those younger people around you. They may need extra attention this weekend. You see what you can see. Melina says we are confused. We are confused and indecisive because we don't have all the information. So directly this can go to your health, when it comes to fertility or any kind of imbalance there. And even with our finances, if we suddenly lose our job due to layoffs, due to financial overhaul or changes to do with our career, we need to look into that. Ray says we need to find more peace. There's too much imbalance going on. In our mental state, there can be that, vertigo feeling of, too much is going on. So to take a deep breath, to get ourselves in a place of peace, whether that's just closing your eyes every day at the same time for 2 minutes and just not thinking about anything and just concentrating on your breathing in and breathing out, and just focusing on the breath, not focusing on anything else. That will do wonders for your own emotional and your intellect and your soul as well. Shanti says that things in the future, we've got our hierarchy here, we've got new life, and we've got peace. So this is what we're working towards, what's coming up for us. And Grace and Antoinette again is talking about this conflict within yourself in your relationship and also within the relationship. You know, we do need to have this conversation, but we also need to listen to what they're saying to you. You know, are the words right there? Are you trying to make those words not mean what they actually mean? Are you listening to what they're saying to you in how they are feeling, but you're too busy trying to answer that you're not listening? And that enlightenment you get from listening will be a real turning point for you. So be kind to you and those you love, and from Jedi Side Jake, may the Force be with you.